Oh my God, is that the end? Is that the end of the intro song for today, Monday, December 11th, 2023? I keep saying 2022, even though it's almost the end of 2023. Friggin' crazy, dude. It's almost the end of 2023. What's up with you guys? What's going on? It's it's another Monday, baby. You guys will notice, I want to say first and foremost, we had high hopes of the new studio up and running this week. It ain't running just yet. I decided to make some changes. I decided to make some changes and do some construction because my daughter, Olivia, got sick last week. She got the, what do you call it, the RSV? Isn't that what it is? RSV? Respiratory syncytial virus. Common RSV symptoms. Well, hold on. Can't go to that website. Respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, causes infections of the lungs and respiratory tract. It's so common that most children have been infected with the virus by age 2. RSV can also infect adults. In adults, older healthy children, respiratory syncytial virus symptoms are mild and typically mimic the common cold. Yeah, that's basically what she had. Speculative RSV, but that's basically what it is. Coughing. She's fine now. It was last week. So she still has that like minor cough every once in a while, once in a blue moon at this point. But you know how it is. It is December in the age of the Earth planet with human beings on it, and her being 5 years young now. You know how it is. All the other kids get it, then they spread it around, then everyone else gets it, then they spread it around. I so far have maintained being unscathed other than just feeling really tired for like 2 days. So I think I got it, but it didn't bother me as much. So whatever little cold symptom thing that she had, we did test for COVID. We did not have it. So negative for the COVID. It was just some other cold that still exists that was going around, and the baby daughter caught it. So I had to spend multiple days at home during the day, and then I had to do a bunch of stuff during the evening instead because she couldn't go to school because she was actively sick. So it put the studio on a little bit of a delay. I'm fingers crossed, toes crossed. What else can I cross? My eyes? I don't want to. I could cross my legs, I guess. I could cross my arms. What else could I cross? Some other things. But we'll keep them all crossed. Hopefully next week is the week. Next Monday is the day. I get the feeling that once it's done, I'll just start a stream, basically, I think. It might end up being a middle of the night, like, yeah, there we go, everything's working, let's do a stream. I don't know, so it might be like that. It might be like that. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Olivia's doing fine. She's better now, but she just had the winter cold, you know? Happens plenty often that the kids catch the winter cold. It's going around. They're all coughing and sneezing on each other. You know how it is. You know how it is with the kids. With the kids these days and the kids every day, forever, of all time. That's how it's been. The kids have been sneezing on each other. Because that's what they do. That's what these kids do. You know, what do you want? What do you want me to do about it? I can't get them to change. I tried. I asked them politely, and they didn't. They just kept coughing and sneezing on each other. It's kind of never ending. You know what I mean? So, first bout of the cold this season, I think. I'm not sure. Although she did have a cold a couple months ago, so maybe that one counted. I guess it's not even winter yet. Winter starts on the 21st, right? Winter starts 2023. December 21st. Yeah, I was right. So it hasn't even started yet. Can you believe that it's still fall? It's still autumn or fall, however, whatever you want to call it. Do you all have a different name for autumn or fall somewhere else? I guess I could look them up. I guess I could look them up. Let's see. Fall, equinox, season of autumn. Let's see. The harvest, autumn season. You can't say, dude, oh, what's another word for autumn? Season of autumn? That's ridiculous. The back end. What? Yeah, I don't know. There are some. This is giving me synonyms. Yeah, I guess everybody else just calls it autumn. There's no other harvest. I don't know why you would call a season. I guess harvest season. I guess you would have to throw the harvest season together. I don't think you could just say harvest and have people understand what you were talking about. So, yeah. Well, there we go. I could cross my T's. That's it. I could cross my T's. Correct. Speaking of crossing your T's, the phone lines on Discord are open. So if you want to call into the show today, you can. It's in the green room, like it always is. But shout out to anybody who wants to call in. But let's give a shout out to everybody early in the chat. First to the chat, Sarah Baker. First to the chat, Witchy Cat. First to the chat, Frank Dominguez. First to the chat, Joel G. Fifth to the chat, B&Q Shortline. First to the chat, Skog Shrimp and Stuff. Yeah, so, yeah, first to the chat. There we go. Who else is here? Fish Fam Link, Zip Gun, Q Aquatics and Exotics. What's up? How you doing? Okay, we said hi to everybody, I think. I don't know. It's a rainy Monday. What do you want? I don't know what you guys want from it. Out here in Western Washington, it's been flooding like crazy. I don't know about you guys, but last 30 days. Let's see what the last 30 days rainfall total has been. I don't think it's going to give us a total. I don't think we're going to get a 30-day total. It's going to give us the weather by every 5 minutes. That's not useful. This is not useful. Da 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 da. Maybe this. Oh my god. Waterweather.gov. Look at this. It's raining. It's raining men's. Quantitative precipitation estimates. I don't know. I mean, that's giving us the Doppler radar. We don't want that. Oh, here we go. Let's put in a city here. There we go. Let's look this up. We're getting there, folks. This just gives us the current weather. Nope, that's not helpful. That's not what we wanted. We wanted rain totals. Where do you find that? This is ridiculous. I'm trying to find the What did I look up? Precipitation. Let's try precipitation. Let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't find it. I don't know. No, this gives me the weather for every 5 minutes. I want like total precipitation. Why is this difficult to look up? Was it this one? Data snapshots, maybe? Precipitation. Oh my God. Why is this difficult to look up? This should not be a difficult statistic to find on the fucking internet. Why is this ridiculous? U.S. climate normals? What? Let's look this up. Oh, I can only do it I can't do a range? What can I do? Weekly, monthly. Monthly? November. View. Oh, wow. This is I'm looking at like the most ridiculous. Why is this ridiculous? Why I don't understand, guys. I don't understand why I can't just look up the precipitation total. Is the internet broken? I think the internet's broken. No, I went here already. Climate normals? I don't need. Why am I looking up precipitation total? Why is this so fucking ridiculous? Why is this a problem? What is this? This website was built in 1987. What in the fuck, dude? Observed precipitation? I don't understand. I don't understand why is this a problem? Why is this a problem to like climate normals, rain gauges in California? Why is this? I don't fucking understand. I don't understand why this is a fucking problem. Precipitation total. Why can't you just look this up? Right. Oh, this side. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Detailed rainfall data? Why is this month? I don't know. I guess. Seems impossible to look it up for whatever godforsaken reason. Precipitation totals. Maybe I just go SeaTac. SeaTac Airport? Does the airport fucking keep track of anything? Oh no, we're back on a NOAA page that is the most ridiculous screen of nonsense. Look at this. Why the fuck did we lose chat? We may have broken the internet. I don't know. The stream might be over. Who knows? What is going on? YouTube is not receiving enough video. Why the fuck? What is going on? Ugh. Okay. Why is this isn't receiving? That isn't received. Why? What is wrong? All right, we're going to speed test. Well, I guess we'll have to go check speed test. Does this work? Does this work? Does this shit work? Oh my God, why is my internet fucked up? All right, that's it. We're going to have to call. We may have to call. We may have to call the internet service provider and yell at them on the phone again. Okay, there we go. Well, either way, I don't know. Witchy Cat's being quiet today, but they're here on the call. We'll figure out when they show up.
I am here.
Oh my God, you're so loud. How'd you get so loud? I think my volume is way up. It's not you.
Sorry.
Hold on. Let me check your levels. Oh, my speaker was turned way up for some reason. My bad.
Fun times.
I like to rage with extra volume. Would this fucking thing stop telling me we're not broadcasting? God damn it. Error. Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out. It'll be a stream. Oh my God. Okay.
The cool
buttons,
team is
pushing buttons.
Watcher of Howard Stern.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll do it live. Oh, you dropped out. I don't know.
No, there you are.
Oh, I said, what's going on? What happened? What's going on with you?
Oh, nothing. Have the electrician up. Fuck with the well. Still have no water. Fun times. So, good stuff. Other than that, it's, oh, sorry, I cussed, didn't I? Oh, well, whatever.
It's fine. We're already demonetized. I was already swearing. It doesn't matter anyhow.
Yeah, good point.
By the way, if I mention that somebody got sick, if I mention COVID, there's a whole bunch of shit that you say, and it's not good for advertisers, so it just demonetizes you. So that's the way it is now. I basically have to do a Blue's Clues episode, or just not care about it. So I just don't care about it.
And as I said, because you don't do stripes, obviously you do checks. So plaid, no Steving for you.
Yeah, no Steve for me.
No Steve. That's good because he was.
What?
No, why? I don't understand the sun. It scares me.
You have the sun is out. It's not sunny
Yes.
here. It's raining like crazy. Oh my God. Why is this shit not working?
I do not know. I thought it was on my end, but I does not know.
All right, let's see if we get... Do we get a hiccup? I don't know if we get a hiccup or not. We'll find out.
Okay.
We'll see. But, like, the Weather Underground... This, like, Weather Underground? I don't know why this is showing up in my search results. And I don't understand why, like, NOAA's website... River observations, warnings, and forecast... Hold on. I gotta screen share this shit.
Okay.
Where's my doodad? Hold on. Here's my doodad. My doodads are over here. This is what...
So many things I could say to that.
This is what NOAA's website looks like. Like, this shit is in, like, HTML or something. Like, I don't understand... Like, this is the interface for their website. These guys get, like, what, $100 billion a year?
Yeah.
NOAA budget. Let's just look up their budget.
Yeah, that's the NOAA site.
Oh, no, they get $6.8 billion. In discretionary appropriations, an increase of $450 million from the fiscal year of 2023.
We can still see your screen there, Duder.
Yeah, I'm sharing it with you so that you guys can see what I'm reading.
Just checking to make sure.
Hold on, let's look up something.
You don't usually share the searches.
Anal. Let's see. Budget and reports. This is what I was wondering. But so my point of even looking that up was this is their website. Look at this. What?
Mm-hmm.
What is this? I mean, $100,000 you could get a top tier. You could get a top tier graphic designer to just make the website.
4 or 5 of them. Yeah.
River download? What the fuck
No,
is this?
this is all their different weird reports. I almost never use this screen, but I usually just do the forecast, the local regional forecast. But
Yeah, I understand. I'm trying to find
I know
observe,
you're trying to find, yeah,
but you go to like observed
past
precipitation and it shows you the Doppler radar. Like that's not even remotely
helpful.
what I'm trying to find out. Like snow cover, satellite, radar, current weather. Like okay, like I get all that. Forecast, sure. Text messages. What? Don't text me anything, you sons of bitches. Weather, safety, tsunamis, like what the? I don't. Warnings and forecasts, graphical forecasts, national maps, radar, water. So I'm on water and precipitation. Water, precipitation. I clicked on those. I get this. I get the fucking Doppler, I guess.
Yeah. I couldn't
Today's
find anything that
analysis.
showed a cumulative, but I did find one that showed the last 30 days, and each day is headed with the amount of rain it received that day
Where was that?
for the city.
Well, I don't have
I
that.
linked it.
I don't
I
have
linked
that.
it
You can't link in my YouTube
in
chat.
Oh, I can't.
No.
All right. Well,
No links are allowed because the
fine.
next thing you know, we get people throwing up anal stuff.
Look, it posted it according to mine. Here, hold on a second. I'll put it over in Discord.
Yeah, you can't post in YouTube chat. God, I mean, just imagine. Just imagine what
I
would
know.
be posted.
That's true. It would make me laugh if nothing else. Let's see. What can I do this? Where am I? I'm talking on the phone and working the.
Yeah, because I just wanted like rainfall total last 30 days. That's all I wanted. Oh my God! Now like Google keeps asking me if I'm a robot. Like what? Why? Historical weather data. What the fuck? Oh my God! I have to buy it. $15. $15. Oh my God. Okay, fuck this. I'm just closing it down. I don't know how much it's rained, guys. We will never know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery forever. The off-selling weather data. There's no money in updating the website. I think the bigger issue is that private companies make money off of the information that they share with them, with the private companies. So like while I tried to look that up, I think I don't know what. Hold on, let's try this again. Rainfall website last 30 days. And then, of course, Google asked me if I'm a robot or not for some unforsaken fucking reason. I don't know why. And I don't know what .com. I don't even understand.
Agroclimate, it's really pissed off.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, maybe these guys, maybe the local news, which I'm sure I probably have to pay. I guess we'll just read an article from 5 days ago. Yeah, 5.5 inches of rain in 3 days. There's a spelling error in this. Look at this. Look at this article I'm reading. And I want to highlight something here.
That's funny.
So on the King 5 local news, right here, despite the massive amount of rainfall, Settle is still 7.25 inches behind its average. They don't even proofread this shit. They just post it. Probably have a robot write it. So we don't even know. We don't even know if this is true. Is Allison Sundell an actual person? We don't know. Probably not, I would guess. So yeah, people they don't even read. They don't even read. Now we get pop-up windows. Mark my words. I watched that game. Well, I watched parts of that game yesterday while I was working on the Christmas lights I'm supposed to put up, which I put them up. I put them up. Anybody's wondering if I put up the Christmas decorations, I did.
Okay.
Were you wondering?
I was. Multicolor or single color?
God damn it, it's multicolor.
Oh, that's okay. Chaser or just...
That they project like snowflakes on the building. Stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Going high class. Any blow-up lawn ornaments?
No. Vicky said, let's do blow up lawn ornaments next year. Because she said you're already doing a whole bunch of stuff that I'm asking you to do. And I was like, I agree. That sounds good. Next year. Next year sounds like a thing that I don't have to engage with right now.
Awesome.
So that sounds better than let's do blow up stuff right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I like it. I do.
Yeah.
That's good. I considered decorating, but the coyotes would be unimpressed.
Alyssa's here asking a question off of the Discord, which we actually do have a couple topics off the Discord that I wanted to talk about today, so we'll talk about those. But we'll talk about this one first. So those of you that follow and are on the Discord, you guys are members or a patron or something like that. Every week I post a link to the live stream. It turns out that I bet a lot of people don't know this, but so YouTube knows that you as a viewer and you leave, it gets mad. Oh, great! I think YouTube's not getting a signal anymore. There we go. It's funny. Start talking about YouTube, and all of a sudden your stream gets dropped. Anyhow, so within the algorithmic learning, it learns that you don't organically come to this channel, right? So then it punishes it basically punishes your channel's performance as far as the algorithm is concerned because it's going in and out. All right, let me see what's going on here.
I was going to say, because it then cuts you off and I can't hear.
Yeah, prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. It's going to hiccup. A hiccup is coming. All right, we're going to close.
YouTube just be cited they came from anywhere? Isn't that sort of the whole point?
No. I don't know if it's going to pick the stream back up or not. I think it will. It should. I'm still streaming to it. So we'll see.
Currently, you are frozen with an intense look on your face. Nope. Now you're jumping around. Still no chat.
Doot. Oh, there we go. There we go. I think it's back up. Oh. Are we back? Oh, God. Okay, we might be back. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if YouTube's just being trashy today or what.
Well, it's skipping a little bit in here as well.
Yeah, we'll see.
In the green room. But
is
not
it really?
to the point that YouTube is. Yeah.
That's crazy. What's up with that?
It does not know.
Let's go. Let's do this real quick.
It certainly makes it distracting to have you on a big 50-inch screen, and so in no way.
Again.
Oh, you're kidding. Yeah, it's... Oh, nope, now it's back.
Okay.
Nope, yep. Now, but the chat's gone now.
That's fucking ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Well, anyhow, we'll hang out for a little. We'll try it for a little longer. And oh, I don't know, man.
You're with Comcast, as I recall you venting before, yes?
No, I'm not with Comcast. Nope.
Oh, good. All right.
No,
good.
I hate that company though. Comcast sucks. They're garbage.
Yes, they do. The only company worse is CenturyLink, and that takes some doing. Alyssa.
I don't understand why. What in the fuck? Huh. Very weird. Very weird. I don't know. I don't know what to say about today's internet adventure. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. It's one of the few times.
We're gonna have to mark that on a calendar.
One of the few times, I don't know. It's one of those things. But I think Alyssa's still here listening. But so I'm not supposed to share an external link, or I'm not supposed to share a direct link to a video on an external site like Discord or Facebook or YouTube or not YouTube, or like Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, because the YouTube algorithm will essentially punish your channel, because if people are coming to watch your video from something that you are promoting, their interpretation is that your website or whatever that you're promoting is going to take those people away from YouTube, and then they're going to come to YouTube to watch your thing, and then they're going to leave YouTube again. Does that make sense? So that's their view on it. I disagree.
But they're Google, they're everywhere.
What's that?
I said, but they're Google, they're everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I agree with their take. This is their take, and they put it into the computer, and the computer is ambivalent to decision making. It just is told what to do. So the algorithm will punish your channel because the people that came to view your channel came from an external link, essentially. So, they're like, oh, people must follow this guy on Twitter, and he must be really popular on Twitter. But he's only got people viewing him on YouTube because he's popular on Twitter, right? Or Instagram or whatever. So basically what it does is the algorithm says, well, that's not our viewership necessarily. So they're not popular on YouTube, so we won't promote them on YouTube. So what's the opposite of promoting? It's essentially what they do. So it's ridiculous that it is that way, but that's the way that it is. So I figure, like, all right, well, I guess if we got to play ball, we got to play ball. So then we'll ending this channel. It's not really Google, so we'll see if you guys rage, if you guys riot, if you guys protest or whatever, then we might have to I'll change it back. I don't know. Maybe it's just easier for you guys just to click a link and that's how it works for you. But yeah, I don't know. Something you guys were talking about in the Discord was Dave was asking about he's trying to find something to balance the population. I stopped counting at bristlenose fry, and then the question was, think of trying to get a yellow lab for color and population control. So yellow labs are like amazing when they're little. And that's one of the reasons that you only see little ones at the store, realistic. Whatever local store you go to, it's one of the reasons that you only see little ones when you go to the store, is because they're amazing when they're little. When they get big, they're a big pain in the ass. And I got to be honest with you, they are just a big pain in the ass, and especially if you had a tank full of bristlenose and stuff, and then you're dealing with the yellow labs in there. I wouldn't recommend it personally, but to each his own if that's the route you want to go. But when they're little at the store, they're fantastic. When they get bigger, they are just a big pain.
So he'd be doing better with the angels instead of the
I wouldn't go with the
lab.
angels either, because Dave being an example of like having dealt with the angels for a really long time, they have a tendency to get in my personal opinion, like, angelfish are more of a pain than they're worth. And one of the big reasons for that is that, like, they're a really aggressive fish realistically. Now, one of the funny things about them is that they aren't really all that aggressive when the lights are on, but boy howdy, when the lights are out and they have some cover, like, they will just be hammering stuff while you're asleep. So, or just not looking in there because it's dark, And
Right.
I personally am not a big giant fan um, of angelfish for that reason. And I can say from personal experience, like where angelfish are caught, the water is muddy and murky, and you can't see through it. And you're like, oh, that's why you've done so well. You know, it's like, oh, that's why you've done so well in the wild. It's like you're battling it out in an area where there just generally isn't light, just from all of the crap that's in the water that they live in.
Right.
So, I mean, it's like that's why they've managed to survive, and that's just how they're born and raised. And the other part was that they had, did they have platies? Is that what it was?
Yeah. That was, yeah, his
Yeah.
other suggestion or other thought, his wife's suggestion, rather.
One thing you could think about doing is getting just one sex of platies, because they're pretty easy to differentiate male to female. And then they wouldn't breed, and you wouldn't end up with that crazy population thing.
Right. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. I'm like, well, if you're trying to cut down on the population, platies seem wrong somehow.
Yeah, as Joel G says, yeah, yellow labs are fighting annoying splashers. Yeah. Yeah, and the funny thing is, so like Alyssa's saying, oh, we have a big one at my store right now. All the big African cichlids is my favorite. So, admittedly, it's very interesting when you see a fish in a store versus like keeping it at home and being somebody who's taking care of a fish at home. The dynamic is so wildly different to having like checked out a fish for 10 minutes at a store versus like taking care of them 24 hours a day. I think there's a big gap there in the reality. But obviously, if
Right.
you're working at the store, you do have some experience of taking care of them, but you can also know the pitfalls from that. But you also do need a big tank for them. So that's like one of the big downfalls too, is that like they will outgrow a 75, you know.
Right.
So if you have anything under that, like you're signing yourself up for like either getting rid of the fish in the future or having to upgrade your system. And I'm not somebody who would sign myself up for upgrading the system in the future without like being ready for it now. Does that make sense? Like if I wanted a tank of yellow labs, I would just get like a 200-gallon tank, get yellow labs and let them grow up in it versus the other way around.
Right.
Like, oh, I've got the labs and now they're growing and it's like, oh crap, now I got to go find a tank. Because it's just there's so many like different things that happen with like getting a tank, like trying to find a big tank. Sometimes it's super easy. You like literally log on to Craigslist, Facebook, and then whatever that fish tank marketplace is. I don't even know the website name of it, but you could log into like those three and find 100 big tanks for sale. Although sometimes you log in and you find one, and some guy wants 3 times the retail price for a used tank, and you're like, what the like? How is this so like
Right.
wildly different from day to day? But it is like that market really is constantly changing. So
And then you run the risk of all the
yeah.
changing and having to move from one to the other, and then you want to fill all the empty tanks, and
Oh,
then you end up with a fish room.
that's the bigger problem, is that like you have all these empty tanks that you need to fill up. Which even I have that problem right now. I have an empty tank that I'm like, oh no, I don't want to build a stand for that, because the next thing you know, it's a tank and it's running and it's in my system, and but realistically, I probably am going to anyhow. Once I get the other stuff done, like building this mammoth desk I'm building, I keep adding features to it, and that's probably my problem.
I had a fish room. Now I have a desk room that has some fish in it.
Well, I have a couple desks now.
Eventually, they'll just grow into one large one, and then what are you going to do?
Well, it'll be like Optimus Prime. No, it'll be like Voltron. Like all the desks will combine into a big giant attack desks, and it'll save us from, I don't know, invasions.
Cool. All right. Good times.
Space invaders.
Nice.
Space invaders.
Nice.
Aliens from outer space. Big tanks in
add
Canada are
nitrogen
easy to
vomit to
find.
my-
Are big tanks easy to find in Canada? I don't know if that's true.
Can't imagine that anything's easy to find in Canada. It's so vast.
It's so vast. How many tanks do I have running? Asking for a friend. Well, who's your friend? Hey, Kelly, who's your friend? Eh?
Baby.
Who's your friend? Is it Darren? Is it Dave? Who is it? Two. Two. Just two. With generally more water than most people have in their whole collection of lots of tanks. So, you know.
So you set the big uns up?
Just two 120s and the sumps.
Here's your complimentary issue of big uns.
Complimentary? It hardly feels complimentary.
I was, thinking of The Simpsons. You're
Yeah.
my 100th customer. Here's your Slurpee and your complimentary issue of big uns.
Is it complimentary?
So what's... Yeah, that's what he says in it.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
What's in your two 120s, or are you plants only still?
There's nothing in there. I got no story to tell you. You guys will see a video about them.
Fine, such a
There'll be a
tease.
video, detailed videos on all this stuff. Yeah, currently the installation video is missing a big chunk. And then Derek was trying to help me. He was like, "Hey, look up this use the hard drive finder." So here's the problem.
Right.
All of my hard drive files are essentially video and photos. So you just have
Takes it like 5 hours just to chew through it.
it's not so much that. They're all the same file type.
Oh.
They're all
So you can't
videos
separate by
and
file
pictures.
type,
It's all
thinking, ha, ha, ha.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like they'll have different dates on them, but that doesn't it hardly helps me. I mean, I guess I could find stuff from 2023 or whatever. But
Sort of narrow.
you know, it's like one of those things. You just look. It looks up all the files, and it's like, oh, you've got 14 terabytes of videos and photos. I'm like, okay, word. And we're like,
Yay.
yeah, and that's what you got. It all looks like this. Oh, thanks. Yeah, where I'm literally
Some
like,
view of a
and it's
shirt
like 'cause
blurred.
one of the big issues with like shooting all these videos and stuff is that like I offload the video files, and offloading the video files takes a long time, and then moving them into files with names on them that correlate to like what's in the videos.
That's a lot of effort.
It's a
Whatever.
bit of effort. It's not crazy, but it's a bit of effort. It's just time. It's just like time consuming. And so it's like a lot of times I'll do like, oh, here's these 50 video clips, and just be like, oh, that's drywall, Okay, here's 50 clips.
Right.
This is paint. Oh, here's 50 clips. This is this. And then over the years, like I've had to get more and more hard drives. I've had to like add in hard drives into my system. And then, so here's the problem right now that I have. So I've got my local disk. I've got a 250 gig drive labeled camping. I've got a 500 gig drive labeled drive.
Ooh, creative.
I've got the local, old local hard disk that's got 500 gigs on it. I've got an editing dump 500 gig drive. I've got system reserve. I've got, this USB drive, USB drive, USB drive, USB drive, USB drive, USB drive, USB drive. Okay, new local archive that has 8 terabytes on it. I've got storage that's got 4 terabytes on it. I've got all video and images from 2021, which isn't that anymore. I should rename this drive for sure. It's got 700 gigs on it. I've got images from trips that has 500 gigs on it. I've got new hard drive C that has 800 gigs on it. I've got editing that's got 1.8 terabytes on it.
And how many of them have files labeled drywall on them? Like
Yeah.
6.
It's hard to say. So like, yeah. So then if you go into like this drive, so I've got Pumpkin Patch, I've got Disneyland video, I've got Disneyland gimbal footage, I've got Arizona footage, Arizona gimbal footage, Arizona time lapse footage, Easter footage. I've got first trip to Oroville with sub files under it. There are time lapse images, etc. Disneyland photos from the Bibbidi Boppity place because I had to download them from Disney. I've got Christmas photos from 2023. That's just this drive, right? So it's like you're just like, fuck, god damn it, And so it's super easy to like lose track of like, oh, I downloaded it into all videos and images. Oh wait, no, that's this hard drive. Okay, hold on, let me go over to this other hard drive. Like, is it in editing? And then it's like, no, it's not in that one. Is it an editing dump? Like, oh shit, here it is. Okay, and then it's like I have old
2 minutes of the 10 minutes that I need.
Well, yeah, and then it's like I have old videos that I have all the footage for, but I'm not sure if they like if this video, like this one right here. So I just pulled up this one. It's from building a reactor. How do I add a hold on, how do we do that? Is there a way to there must be a way to add this in here. I wonder if it'll just start playing. Oh yeah, it will. Okay. Oh my god, that's how you do it. So like, here's a good example of a video.
I changed my mind again. We've had to make some subtle changes here. Now the reason for that is I was basically
I see it.
a little off track with what I wanted to do exactly. And I don't know how
I watched
that
this
happened.
video.
I got off track somehow.
Hey.
I don't know. Probably got distracted by something, and I've noticed that this whole build I've been like completely off.
So hold on, here we can.
Trying to put this
So we
stuff
can
together,
fast forward.
and
So
I'm
this
just
is
completely
9 minutes
like
and
right on the way.
something
This
long.
is nice.
Here's me like building a reactor,
nice.
which by the way,
It's nice, y'all.
this probably would be a reasonable video,
It's nice,
but
nice,
like
y'all. And
I-
you don't.
I put the camera is like it's not far enough away, but it's not close enough in. I don't even know. I don't even know what to tell you. Oh, yeah, it's like, here's a good spot here.
Remake of that
Right there.
video?
What's that?
Because I've watched.
gonna go
Is this a
there.
remake of that video? Because I've watched that video, or are these
This is
just
gonna go
offcuts?
here.
I've
Have you watched this
build
video?
reactor. I have.
How have
Recently,
What?
So this is where
I've been
our green glue is going to
bopping
come in
through
handy.
and watched you.
we
I
need-
don't know if it's this exact video, but I did watch you build this
All right, we're gonna look this shit up.
CO2 reactor, right?
Yeah, but I have different reactor videos. I've
Oh,
made
there's
different
like
ones.
2 of them that I know of. All right, maybe
Search
it's
across
not
my
this
channel.
exact
Here we
one.
go. React door. Okay, so I got DIY CO2 reactor. That's not. Well, let me see. Is this that video? Let's go look.
Okay.
Nope. This is a different reactor build.
All right, my bad. All I knew is there were plumbing parts and hands involved.
Yeah. Well, you just.
And I taught me how to put them all together, should I choose to do
I
so.
wasn't as generous as I normally am with my glue.
Oh my God. What is it good? Okay, that's why I did that. Okay, I was like, what the hell? Oh, I can't. Reactor. So, yeah. So I have a reactor video from 2018. I have a reactor video from 2018. That's a different one. And then I did one in 2020. But this video right here, I refilmed that video for the smaller version, which this is the cut of that video that I don't have. Like I've never edited this, but I want to edit this. And then, but the reason I bring that up is because I'm like, well, I want that video so that video could be like the good version that everybody could follow along with. But of course, it's like, it's an hour and a half of like multiple video edits that need to be all like mangled together so that it has pacing and like everybody can see what's going on and they can follow along and do it. But I don't know, man. It's hard to say. It's hard to say
There needs to be more of you.
that there's just like,
We
there's
need
so
to-
much shit, and I just don't ever really, I really realistically don't end up with that much time to like edit shit. So like today's a perfect example. So like I mentioned, Olivia was sick last week. So I had to spend a lot of time taking care of Olivia last week, even though it wasn't like, it's not like she had diarrhea. It's not like she had any of that stuff going on. She wasn't vomiting or fever or anything, but she was sick, and so she had to stay home. So I had to take care of her, and it's almost worse if they're like not physically ailing, because she's still mobile and like running around and wanting to do stuff. So
Right.
we just were wanting to do stuff all day, so we were doing that. And then this weekend she was feeling better, so she got to go stay with her cousins on Saturday night. And boy howdy, I tell you, she got home yesterday. I don't think she slept at all on Saturday night. I would be surprised if they went to sleep at all.
And was
Which
that
admittedly,
exhibited in nappy or cranky?
what's that?
Said, was that exhibited in nappy or cranky?
Oh, like she was like, she had purple bags under her eyes,
Oh, poor baby.
and she was in a terrible mood.
There's the cranky.
And she was full of shit.
Uh-oh.
And so like, but anyhow, like, so I get her to bed, and she like passed out at 8:00 last night, which admittedly is early for her to. We get her into bed at 7:30, and it's like good fucking luck. She ain't going to sleep for quite a while. But she just passed out and was like, bonk. And this morning I could not wake her up at her normal time, so I let her sleep until like 8:30. Which then already the start of my day is fucked, because it's already late. And so I let her sleep, and man, this morning she was a nightmare. Like a absolute nightmare this morning. My daughter her default setting is sweet. She is happy. She is in a good mood. This morning, not the case. Nothing was good. It was all bad. Everything was the worst. She wouldn't eat breakfast. Like, it was just a nightmare. So anyhow, I get her to school by 10:00, because I have to get her there by 10:00. We got there at like 9:55, after a lot of drama, I guess we'll put it that way. And then it's already like 10:00. Then I had to go get a haircut, because I had hair growing out of everything. I had to go get a quick haircut. Then I had to go to the store. Then I had to fuel up my truck. Then, and by the time I got back here, it was like 11:15 or whatever. So I started working on stuff, and then all of a sudden it's 1:30, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to live stream, So it's like, when you get down to it, there just never really is time to just like sit, edit, make a thumbnail, research the, research like the keywords, make the titles,
Right.
make the stuff, make all that shit, and do all that stuff. And then also, but like the editing process is sort of a never ending, like, oh, I want to change this. Oh, the pacing on that's weird, blah, blah, blah. But, that's the big problem, is actually getting blocks of time to just edit and not be bothered by all the outside shit that's going on. And this last week was a perfect example of that, where it was like, oh, I've got Olivia. Okay, that's what I'm doing, And, being unemployed now, like, I can't just be like, tell Vicky, like, I'm working, take care of the kid, because Vicky's working, right? Like, Vicky has an obligation to the company that she works for, and it is definitely their busy season too. So it's like, I can't just tell her to be like, nah, So
Right.
it's kind of weird. But the editing thing is what is really the hiccup for me. It's not so much the like making the content, archiving the content. Like, I have a lot of it, that it's just a matter of like, I have to edit it, and that's the big hurdle right now, is like figuring out a way to like quickly edit stuff that makes it good, and then be able to upload it in the complete way that YouTube wants you to upload it now. Like I said, research the title, make a crazy thumbnail, which, by the
Right.
way, making a thumbnail is a big pain in the ass, because it's like, here's an hour of like moving around the image, scaling the image down, saving it to the right file size because it can't be over 2 megabytes. You know, it's just all this crazy shit that you got to deal with to like do it, and you're like, but I'm already like doing all of the other stuff too. Like I'm also like building the project by hand, bringing all the tooling to build the stuff by hand. You know, I don't know. It's a big long list of complaints, and no one fucking cares. So, but it is what it is. I'm just venting. Yeah.
That's okay. These things happen. So I hear that there was a camera snafu as well. That was mentioned in Discord.
My
what
God,
there?
the fucking camera broke last week. So frustrated. That's so frustrating. And I had forgotten about it, and I didn't want to think about it until I got an email from DJI about whether or not they're going to fix it or replace it or whatever they're going to do. They, of course, sent me a UPS. So anyhow, for those of you guys that don't know, I got an Osmo Pocket 3 from DJI, which is a little camera that has a gimbal on it. And I was singing its praises for about a month, and then the screen has a rotating screen on it that goes vertical or horizontal. And you turn it on by turning the screen horizontally from the vertical position. And I turned it from the vertical to the horizontal, and it went, and it made a crazy noise, and then it was all fucked up. I didn't do anything weird to it. I didn't drop it. I didn't throw it off of something or whatever. You know, like there was no incident where it got broke. It just broke.
A wire or something got pinched. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't build the mechanism myself, so I can't. And I didn't take it apart. I just contacted them and was like, hey, here's what's going on with my screen. This is what's happening. And then I uploaded a video of the screen being fucked up to YouTube, and I realized that my the number for my healthcare plan was in the background of the video, so I deleted the video immediately.
Yeah, good call.
Like my card, like my
free healthcare for everyone.
My insurance card was laying on the table behind it. Now, it would have been very difficult for anybody to read it or suss it out or anything, and it probably would have been fine, but I was like, well, I'm deleting that. Fucking what the hell? Oops. Yeah. And of course, it's the only video I have of the screen being all fucked up. So maybe I'll reframe that video and then upload it, like cut it out of the background. But, you know, it's one of those things where you're like, oh, great. And so they sent me a UPS shipping label, which I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with UPS's shipping thing. Their tracking thing is so bad. I don't know why. I don't know what it is with their website. But their tracking is so bad. And I put it in the mail on Tuesday last week, and it wasn't even going to get to Texas until Tuesday this week. So it's not even, as far as I know, it hasn't even arrived yet. But UPS's tracking website is just such garbage that it won't even load. It just sits there, and then you have to, hold on. Let's get the tracking information. Now we actually have to go to UPS's site. You can't automatically do it from a Google search. You have to go to their website. No. I know.
Like FedEx,
I know you, UPS. If you do it from Google, it doesn't load. What is the deal? Like, what is it with their website? Like, they're like, we don't have any cash. Sorry about that. You have to go over here. So yeah, you have to go to UPS's website. What's that?
We're UPS. We make no money. Haha.
Yeah. It costs like 5 times as much as the USPS too. It's funny.
Right?
Why the fuck can't you just track? Why can't it track a package? Does this work? I don't understand.
What's a bromeliad? Am I pronouncing that right?
Why doesn't this
Sorry,
load?
Melissa just distracted me.
Oh no, that's fine. You can talk about whatever. I'm just trying to load UPS's fucking webpage.
I was just wondering if somebody was going to answer Alyssa's question in the chat.
The bromeliad, like the flower?
I don't know.
I think it's a flower, isn't it? Hold on, let's look this up. Bromeliad. Whoops. I spelt it wrong. Bromeliad. Yeah, it's a flower, right? That weird ass.
Cool.
Is it the weird flower? I don't know. We'll find out from Alyssa. I think it's the
Okay.
weird flower. Yeah, I think it's that weird flower, right?
Is that the pitcher plant, that kind of flower, or which
Yeah, I
which
think so.
flower? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like the pitcher plant, and then there's one that isn't a pitcher plant, if I remember. Hold on, let's
Kind of
keep
the longer,
let's
more
keep
vase-like
googling.
shaped stem. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, as far as care goes, I mean, humid for sure, warm for sure. I don't think bromeliads will survive cold weather. I don't know too much about these, honestly, because I don't do
paludarium.
paludariums very often. I've done a few in the past, and honestly, it's been a really long time since I have worried too much about paludarium species. But here's the easy breakdown for you. Humid, warm, and then you want the it's not the orchid stuff. What's the substrate I'm thinking of? Oh my god. Loam? No. Is that right? No. Am I wrong? I'm trying to remember. Man, it's been a
Loam
while.
is more sandy, yeah? Right.
Yeah. Yeah, more sandy, more more like pumice and stuff like that in the soil in order to keep it you want it like wet but draining. Does that make sense? Although I think there are some types that you can put directly into grow them directly in the water. I'm not 100% sure if I recall. But I remember like bromeliads wanting to they're kind of like fussy like orchids, not specifically like as difficult as orchids, like they're much easier than orchids, but they want that like wet but draining. Does that make sense? I don't know how to verbalize what I'm trying to explain. Wet but draining. Yeah. Maybe that doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
It does.
Sound like a nightmare.
I was trying to work around the word moist, which is all I could come up with wet but draining. But yes.
Hot and moist.
I know. I was trying to avoid it. I tried.
Just think about those Google search terms that we can't put in on YouTube. Moist, hot. Moist and hot.
Going down a weird.
Why can't we get the UPS tracking website to work?
I don't.
Hold on. Can you see our chat in the green room?
I can. Yeah. Oh, in the green room.
Green room chat.
Hold on. Hold on. I have to get there.
Oh no, I can just hold on. I'll just DM. I'll DM it to you.
If I put the green room up on my computer where I can more easily.
Don't do that. I'm just gonna message you directly.
Fine.
There. So there's that's the tracking number. See if you can get UPS to look that up, because I can't get UPS's fucking website to load. Don't ask me why. They're not a public service, so I can't contact them because they don't care about anybody. Humans.
No, they don't. It always cracks me up when they try to. All right,
they are a robot. UPS.com. All right, I'm gonna go there. Oh my god, and it immediately starts trying to load their tracking. I just want UPS.com. UPS.com. Stop doing that. Go to UPS.com. There. I'm going to go here. UPS.
All right, hold on. I'm almost there. All right, let's see. What do we got? It's giving it. It's loading it. It tells me that it's been delivered.
Oh my god, it's been delivered.
been delivered. It was delivered at 9:44 a.m. at the dock.
At the dock?
That's what it says. Delivered at 9:44 at dock.
What in the fuck is this fucking crazy bullshit? Oh my god.
I does not know. It went from. It doesn't show that it went anywhere except it shows that the label was created and then it suddenly shows as being in Hazlet, Texas. So
Oh,
apparently
Tejas.
it teleported itself.
Oh my god. Wild.
Yeah. So there you go.
I can't get
But it
UPS to
has
fucking load on my computer for some reason.
It doesn't like you.
I don't fucking understand.
Maybe it's heard you talk about it and it is offended. I don't know. And that was through the Google search too, I might add. Into Google and up it popped.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, this was connecting for whatever reason. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get it. Does it work now? No, this fucking website is fucking broken. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, folks. Oh, it's bullshit.
Alyssa, is Clem
I don't know. The
turtle?
fish room was here for a minute. Hi, fish room. I don't know. He must have left. Oh, he's not a member anymore. Look at that. No longer a member. I'm going to try putting the ends of the roots in the top part of my turtle tank, out of reach of Clem, but with the warm water and humidity. Yeah, that would probably be your best bet, realistically. As far as like fully taken care of, those plants. Like I said, it's kind of annoying. Like, they're kind of annoying, like an orchid, in the fact that they have these like sort of specific care needs, you know. But I think once you get them kind of set up, they're really not that difficult. But I know that one of the big issues with them is keeping them warm and moist. Okay, I don't know. I can't track anything on UPS's website. I don't know why this shit doesn't work, but you know,
You're
here
gonna
we
have
are.
to send all your tracking numbers to friends.
Yeah,
hey,
apparently.
can you tell me where my package is?
Hey, could you guys let me know where that's at? Is that cool? Can you guys fucking track that for me? Because, I don't know, UPS's website doesn't fucking work. Oh my god. I guess it works over on your end, though, but, so,
Yeah.
it's obviously a me problem, you know? Paste.
No.
Track. And then just a white screen of loading. Like, what? I fucking hate this. I hate this so much. I want to punch technology in the face. Is that cool? Would that be cool if I punch
That works for me.
technology in the face?
Just punch technology bear.
It's so
Much more
crazy that like
satisfying.
Adblocker has blocked 20,000 pop-ups from YouTube Studio today.
All of them telling you to go bitch about something.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, you guys hit the like button. I was like, fuck, what? Whatever. I don't know.
Oh, now YouTube is being a snot. It won't let me do what I want to do. YouTube, fuck off.
I don't know. Feeling spicy today? Yeah. Uh-oh.
Ah, it did it that time. It didn't
cool-
like it when I threatened to beat up UPS.
I mean, you don't have to beat them up.
Well,
You don't have to beat them
yeah,
up.
I
You
do.
could beat up YouTube at any point in time.
Well, no,
Maybe it's your VPN. Try from your phone instead. It is my VPN, and I fucking hate it. And it's probably the problem. I would almost guarantee. I would almost guarantee it is the problem. That my VPN is the issue, and I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you about it. It just is what it is, and it's frustrating. So.
smack it around. Sorry, that's not the answer. Violence is not the answer. It's just cathartic.
It's generally the answer when it comes to
Eh,
technology. Just punch it until it behaves,
submits. That was close.
until it gives up and dies. See, here's the problem: is that I looked up the tracking. I looked up the tracking from my computer on
Mhm.
Friday, and it said it wasn't going to be there until Tuesday, and so that's why I'm like, well, it should work, you know, but
Right.
it should work, but then it doesn't. So, oh my! So I opened Discord, and now I've got this. This is what I'm dealing with now. We've updated our app. Oh, it's new. It's improved.
Okay.
Wonderful. This is wonderful. Now I have a whole new.
Uh-huh.
Now I have a whole new fucking. Oh, DMs are here now. Okay, we've moved everything around.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. That's great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I almost never use Discord on my phone unless I actually wish to communicate. Because, well, and I'll not even do that after I finish.
What?
I've got everything built on the big computer. I just haven't put it up yet.
Oh my
And
God.
hooked it up yet. Now what?
Ugh, why change all this? Fucking what? Why? Why?
Just to keep you annoyed.
Oh, I'm fucking annoyed. I'll tell you, I'm fucking annoyed. I'm annoyed. It's annoying. I don't know. There was a point in time where technology was making lives easier, and now it's just making it ridiculously annoying. Yeah, you're right.
Which would be great if they were making advancements, but they're not. They're just rearranging things. It's like walking into your house and someone's rearranged all the furniture.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, it's an update. Don't you like it? Like, why? What are you doing?
The walls were
We
fine,
updated.
Toby.
Look, we're
I
doing
don't
stuff.
care about beige.
I know. Like, why don't you add a new feature? No, we're just gonna update it. Oh, we updated it and we moved all the stuff around. Okay, thanks. Great. Yeah. So
But
the
Dolby
camera.
is
The
not
whole reason
something-
we got on this is the fucking camera. So the
Sorry.
camera broke. I didn't break it. It just broke. Now it still worked as a camera, but the screen was all fucked up. So I was like, "Hey guy, hey DJI, hey DJI guy, what do I do?" And they were like, their response was, "Here's a shipping label." That was their response. Was like, "Don't worry, we'll send you a shipping label." I was like, "Okay, do you want me to send it to you?" Like, "Here's the shipping label." Like, "Oh, okay, fuck, I guess I'll send it
Do
to
I
you." So
put myself in it or the camera
know.
in it? Or what are
I
we
don't know.
shipping?
So I shipped it back to him. We'll see what happens. Apparently, it was retrieved this morning in Texas. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I haven't heard from DJI yet. I would have appreciated like more communication from DJI as to a response of like what they were going to do or even what they weren't going to do. I assume
Now,
that
is
they're
this one
going.
of the new ones that you got like in the last year? You replaced one fairly recently, as I recall. See, I do pay attention.
I don't fucking know. I don't know anymore. I don't know. This
Alright.
one broke. I would have appreciated more communication from them, but they were like, "Yeah, just send it, basically. Send it back." And I'm like, "Okay."
Right.
So I sent it to him, assuming, and it says that, actually, hold on. Let me go find my,
Trouble ticket.
let me go find my ticket.
Do you have your ticket, sir?
I do. Although it currently says it has been not been received. Although we verified that it's been received. Wait, hold on.
Right.
Which
UPS tells us otherwise.
this one? This one. Let's go here. And then it's going to load this page. Okay. Let's close this. Okay, proof of purchase uploaded. Detailed accident description. Okay. My case. Service progress. Here we go. Not received. So it's been not received yet. Although we know it has been sent.
Why are they not standing at the dock?
They should be at the dock. There should be somebody at the dock
Damn their asses.
filing it immediately, finding out what's going on. I'm their only customer, you know.
Damn
So,
straight.
it says that to ensure that DJI can provide comprehensive and precision assessment and damage responsibility result for your product, it is recommended that you send back the components or complete set of product based on relevant tips to the repair service application page within 7 calendar days. Which is weird. I didn't send everything. So I'm wondering if they're going to be mad about that. But I sent it in for maintenance service basically. But they say if it's broken within 15 calendar days, if it's defective, they'll replace it. But I don't understand it only lasting 30 days or maybe more, 35 days or something. I've only had it for like a month. What that looks like, because I didn't buy the care package deal.
The extended warranty bullshit.
Which I'm like, I don't know what world we live in, but like I assume that your product should last longer than 30 days with how expensive the little camera was. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Chances are, because I looked around on YouTube and whatnot, there were a lot of people that had a similar issue. Now, it certainly wasn't everybody, but it was the same thing had happened a bunch of other times, enough that people had uploaded videos about it. And then on Reddit, there seemed to be quite a few posts of people having the same issue. So my guess would be that DJI knows about it and probably has some plan that when they get these back and the screen is fucked up in that way, that they're going to do something, swap it out, send a new one. I don't know, repair it to some degree. Now, I feel like if your product is broken, let's say I've owned it for 40 days. I don't know. I mean, I got it right before we went to Disneyland, which was the beginning of November. So maybe I had it for 40 days. I don't know. What the fuck? Why did this just change? Oh, okay, here we go. Actually, I could probably just look it up. Oh, I know where I could look it up. Here we go. Let's look it up in here.
Okie
Let's take a look.
Okay. Joel G., I'm comforted to know that you are protected from the hot sun.
Oh no, maybe it's over here. Joel G., what's going on with Joel G.? What's happening?
He is coated in sunscreen and walking. And
I am walking. I am
is
wearing
not going to-
sunscreen to protect me from the harsh Australian sun that's over New Zealand. OMG, my guy.
I know, right?
That's brutal, dude. I don't know what's going on in New Zealand. Are you having a heat wave? Is it 30 degrees?
It's summer there.
Is it 30
about to
degrees?
about to be summer solstice for them. Coming up.
Yeah, 10. Hold on. I'm trying to look at the dates here. 10/26. Yeah, so I must have got it like November 1st, I think. Something like that.
Okay.
Because I think it was like right after Halloween. So maybe I got it on the 3rd, November 3rd or something like that. November
You're in
5th.
like 5 to 40 day window.
It's been, yeah, not that long. Well, it's been a week since I sent it to him. So
Okay.
let's say from the 5th of November to the 3rd of 4th of December. It's basically exactly a month either way.
Cutting it close.
So I'm like, I don't know. The whole situation is just fucked up. And I'm like, I feel like your product should last longer than 30 days,
Right.
especially if
We
it's a
aren't
camera.
at the point where electronics are technically disposable yet, no matter what they would like us to believe.
Yeah, I mean, they're recyclable, but yeah, they're pretty much disposable. But regardless of that, I mean, so I'm hoping that they know that this is an issue, and that like maybe they just have new versions where they've addressed this, and they just send out one of those. I don't know what they're gonna do. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on yet. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
So, what aquascaping strategies is your
I don't know.
aquascaping strategy to?
I have nothing. I have
You were just
nothing
making
now.
shit up.
No,
Okay.
I had shit to talk about earlier, and then the stream got all fucked up, and now it's 3:30, and I don't know. We're just at the point now where I've been talking about fucking cameras and shit.
Sorry, we kind of distracted, got a little digressed there.
I don't know. The internet's all fucked up today. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, man.
I don't know,
Sometimes the TPS reports really do just need to be filed. Who the fuck knew?
dude. Well, they're supposed to have a cover sheet on them now, and I'm unsure why people are not putting a cover sheet on them now. We're putting. Okay, to be clear, we're supposed to put a cover sheet on them, and for some reason, people aren't putting a cover sheet on the TPS reports, which we're supposed to be doing that now, I believe.
This seems more like a kick the crap out of the printer fax machine day than a cover sheet day.
Exactly. It's an office space situation. I'll take the computer out back. And
Kick the
introduce
crap
it.
out of it.
Introduce it to my Louisville Slugger. Louisville.
And will you be wearing, what was it, 31 pieces of flair while you do said? Okay, I've stopped
To be
demonstrating
clear,
my knowledge of stupid movies.
I am pretty much always wearing 31 pieces of flair. Okay. Even when I'm asleep.
Sorry.
Even when I'm sleeping.
That's got to be uncomfortable. Some of those are kind of pointy.
You have to.
Okay.
When you're dedicated like I am, you have to live with it. You learn to live with it. You adapt. You overcome. Right.
Right.
Who's
Gotcha.
that guy? Who's that guy? Justin Wren. Isn't that his name? Justin Wren. Tattoo. Doesn't he have Oh, I spelled his name wrong. There we go. He has a tattoo on his chest that says Overcomer, correct?
Oh, I don't know.
I think
I am
he does.
unfamiliar with his tattoos.
He's
That's funny.
He's a UFC guy. He was on Joe Rogan all the time.
Yeah, well, that might be why I'm unfamiliar with. Go ahead.
And it's for a good reason. Like, he got sober and he's doing good, and he does wells. He does wells in Africa and stuff. He seems like a good guy. But he popped up on my Instagram feed multiple times with that chest tattoo that says Overcomer on the front of it. And I'm like, I don't. And I was like,
Not sure.
um,
Not sure that means what you think that means.
yeah, I don't know. It just seemed. Maybe it's not real. I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining it.
You would have gotten the memo, but it can't be shared from YouTube, Scrogs.
Whose memo?
Skog said he didn't get the memo. because you can't share it from YouTube. It'll ruin the algorithm. It's Mixed Metaphor Monday. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Maybe I imagined it. Maybe I dreamed about it.
Oh, hon, I'm worried about your subconscious if you dreamed about it.
No, I don't know. I swear it's real.
Okay.
Maybe it's on his back.
Maybe it's his tramp stamp.
I don't know. Image search is not helping today.
Interwebs are failing you in many ways.
Yeah, the internet is not helping me out at all today.
It helped
Okay.
me buy incandescent light bulbs. I was excited about that.
They helped you out with incandescent light bulbs?
Yeah, it's hard to find regular incandescent light bulbs anymore. You can't buy them at like the grocery store or Walmart. It's all LEDs.
Yeah, you're not allowed to sell incandescent bulbs anymore.
Somebody
Unless you
better
have-
tell Amazon that, because I just bought a whole bunch.
Okay, unless you have old stock that was bought before the ban.
I know.
Incandescent bulb ban. I remember when this went into effect. It's quite a while ago now. Oh, it's just funny. Why are eco-fascists trying to ban incandescent bulbs? It's like because they're incredibly inefficient.
Eco-fascists.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry. I just want to be able to heat a thing or two without using an actual heat lamp to burn things down. That's all.
Let's see. Oh yeah, it's that incandescent bulbs weren't banned. It's a limiting guide. It's a limiting guideline as an efficiency standard, right? The standard now requires light bulbs to emit at least 45 lumens, a measure of brightness per watt. An average LED light emits at least 75 lumens per watt, while incandescent bulbs only emit 12 to 18 lumens per watt. And it's essentially the ban that they put on it. And some people are claiming that there was no ban now, but I don't have to go back and actually find the legislation that was passed. But there was a ban put in place because I do recall reading about the fact that if you still had inventory that didn't meet these regulations, you could still sell inventory, but you can't produce and or import stuff that doesn't meet the regulation. So one of the things that they're pointing out here is that the incandescent bulbs that are like the Edison bulbs that you can buy at the store, the reason why those work is because they're running off of like 1 watt and they're producing like 25 lumens, right? So they meet the efficiency standard, but if you're going to make like a 75 watt bulb, right, it's going to have to put out fuck, that's a crazy number. 75 times 75? That's wild. I can't even think of what that is.
150?
75 times 75
no,
is not a...
Okay, right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I know. I was adding, not so...
So
Math's not my
5,625.
There we go.
So it would have to put out 5,600 lumens. And so it's like no one's going to make that bulb, incandescent style, 75 watt bulb that puts out 5,600 watts or lumens. Sorry.
Right.
And so they go like, well, there
It's
isn't
on
a
his
ban
shoulder.
on it. And you go like, yeah, there isn't a ban, but you can't make an efficient incandescent bulb. That's why they aren't around anymore. So people aren't making them
Right.
anymore, but they still can import ones. Not necessarily import, but if you had the inventory, you can still sell inventory that existed that was fabricated before that date and or meets the efficiency standard. So I know it's a very convoluted thing, but like a perfect example of like trying to have conversations about this shit is like the title that I read earlier, which was "Why Are Eco-Fascists Trying to Ban Incandescent Lights?" You know what I mean? And it's like
Right.
it's the same stupid. It's the same, conversations you try to have with people where it's like, okay, well let's talk about like what it is that headline means, right? And it's like, oh, eco-fascists, right? So it's like these psychotic people they're fascists first off, and they're eco-fascists.
Right.
So they're telling me what to do, right? And it's like the ban on gas stoves going into new construction, right? A lot of the claimants were, oh my God, the fascists are trying to stop people from putting gas appliances in your house. And it's like, they aren't trying to ban that from the stance of like that gas is bad. The natural gas is just bad, and it's just bad, period, right? Like, one of the big issues that we have is like there's too many barriers to building new housing, right? Is a perfect example. So if you're having to run extra utilities to all these homes, the prices of these homes are going up. The prices of this stuff is going up when it doesn't need to be that way, because the natural gas infrastructure is also provided by our tax dollars, right? Everyone thinks all this shit just comes from private investment when it doesn't.
Nope.
And so they go, okay, well, what's one of the ways that we could like speed up the efficiency of construction and stuff? Guess what? If people want to add gas to their stuff later, you can, and it's not that difficult. As a matter of fact, you could put a propane tank on your property, and that could be as wildly intricate and high end as you want it to be, or it could be as simple as a 5-gallon tank somewhere, right? Like a barbecue.
Who you telling?
What's that?
I said, who you telling? I just installed a 40-pound tank and an appropriate stove just last month.
Well, that's I'm talking to the internet.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
I'm saying that like
Where's
you
the
could
handle?
do that stuff as much as you want or don't want to do, but it being included in the building process everywhere where there's a development happening is an obstruction to getting those houses done, right? It's increasing the price. It's increasing the red tape. There's a ton more shit that needs to be inspected. There's a ton more stuff that needs to be done versus we put in the electric. We're already putting electrical service into the house, period, right?
Right.
Like there's no new houses being built that don't have electric stuff in them, except for maybe in Amish country, but they don't build new houses. They just occupy old houses. And to be clear, like we don't take the Amish into consideration when we're trying to run the country regardless. But with all those obstructions in place, like how do we expect to continue to move forward unless we get some of those off of the table, right? And one of them would be, oh, this extra utility that's going to houses for no real purpose, right? Other than like, oh, natural gas is cheaper in some places, right?
Right.
But the electricity is going to be there because that has to go into a house, right? So it's that's where a lot of the motivation behind that came from and where it went through. And then some people tried to lean on the health issue of like, oh, the air quality is worse when there's a gas range in the house. Okay, that's another reason. It's not the main reason, right? And so then everyone will start arguing about the other reason, right? That the air quote eco-fascists are like trying to ruin your life or whatever. Whereas the reality is that like you're now arguing about the other reason that someone else brought up that does apply to this situation, but it is not the reason why anybody's motivated to make this change, right?
Right.
And then,
I'm
so
with
of course,
Alyssa.
you go to read those types of headlines where it's like, oh, the eco-fascists are taking away incandescent bulbs, and it's like, well, first off, they're more wasteful. They have more pollutants in them. So when they invariably get broken in the garbage, those pollutants get released. They're costing you more money in the long run, right? Because you're spending more on electricity. You're just wasting more money year after year after year when you could upgrade to a more efficient unit that you have to pay less in the long run. And, you know, so there's all these multitude of reasons, but the ban that they put on it was just producing stuff that doesn't meet this standard, right? So it's like, you could produce those light bulbs if they meet this standard. Do whatever you want as long as it meets the standard of not selling more garbage to people that people don't they unknowingly buy, right? And that's
Right.
you know, and that's like one of the big reasons behind like trying to explain to people that like the regulations that are in place are to protect you from buying garbage without you knowing about it, because the expectation that the average consumer will know everything about every single thing is categorically idiotic. Like, that makes no sense. That every single person that is buying every single product that they buy, they know everything about it, right? It's not true. There's no way that every person knows every single thing about every single thing that they're ever going to buy. It's just factually not true. And a perfect example would be me having bought that camera. I didn't know that the flip screen thing was liable to break, right?
Right.
There was a bunch of reviews out. None of the reviews mentioned that the screen would break, right? Now, the screen did break on mine. I sent it back in. We'll see what happens if the company's going to make it right. Now, let's say that the company just decides to do nothing and I have sent the camera back to them. Wouldn't it be good if we had some kind of consumer protection in place to be like, well, you sent the camera back to them and they just did nothing and they didn't even send you your unit back or whatever, right? Like, wouldn't it be nice to have protections in that situation, or a protection in the situation of you sold a product, it broke in 35 days or 32 days or however many days it was, 40 days. This is not a reasonable timeline for you to excuse your product being broken.
Shoddy workmanship.
Right. So now in the United States, you have 15 calendar days to replace a defective product. And then a good example down here highlighted in this exact piece is that if you are in Australia, for instance, you have 30 days, right? Strange how there's like one country that has a longer calendar day period than the United States, for instance, right? Because I'm reading the United States product replacement service, right?
Right.
So strangely enough, in the United States, you only have 15 days. In Australia, you have 30 calendar days, right? And where does that come from? And it's like, oh, the collective agreement that the representative government has said, you can't sell a product here if you don't have at least a 30-day guarantee on that product, right? And so, you know, but all that stuff boils down to like our collective representation, which is why I'm always screeching at people to like go fucking vote, you know. But it is what it is.
But they won't. Yeah, I get it.
The cool team says, my mom says LEDs produce radiation. Has your mom ever flown on an airplane? It would be my first question.
Are there a large amount of LEDs in airplanes that I'm...
No.
Okay.
Every time you fly, you're exposed to radiation.
Okay. I had an easy bake oven, Alyssa. It was awesome. Sorry. And I sent you the Overcomer picture, by the way. It's in DMs. I found one. Where is she flying, team? That was an oddly timely question.
She's not on an airplane right now. Well, there you go. I'm trying to look up. I'm trying to look up how much it is. I'm reading right now that the radiation from commercial flights is much lower than I've read before.
Oh,
Which is interesting, which is why I'm being quiet and I'm reading about it.
I understand.
How much from an
Mom's
X-ray?
going to.
How much?
Is it the planes themselves or is it atmospheric?
Oh, okay. Here we go. So that's why I'm trying to read multiple articles, because one article said that going on a flight is less than an X-ray, but the American Cancer Society says that a single chest X-ray exposes to the patient to about 0.1 MSV, which is short for what the hell is it? What's the MSV stand for? I forget. Milli something. Millisverts. Millisverts. It goes to show you. So 0.1 millisverts per X-ray. While you're flying on a plane, the EPA says that you are exposed to 0.3. So you're going to likely receive 2 to 5 millirem, 0.5 millisverts of radiation from New York to LA. So every time you fly from New York to LA, you're basically getting a chest X-ray.
Oh, Mom is getting a chest X-ray. She's going to California. Huh, okay. Again, oddly timed. That's weird. No, I love to fly. I hate getting chest X-rays, so bummer.
Yeah, so in the United States, the average dose of radiation is blah, blah, blah. Most people do not fly frequently enough to add a significant amount to their total radiation dose. However, airline crew members need to consider their flying time more carefully. During solar events, the FAA sends out solar radiation alerts so pilots can fly at lower elevations to reduce exposure. Yeah, so the thing is, it's like flying around in a plane. That exposes you to radiation. You get an X-ray when you go through the TSA.
Right.
TSA.
Well, there's a little added jab.
X-ray radiation. Let's look that up. I want to see how much that is.
Oh, that's the new machine where you stand up and spin around, do a little dance to get all. Like the Men in Black scene where they walk through the office and. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing spins around you.
Very exciting. Like a giant dental X-ray for your entire body.
That's right. I got dental X-rays. Oh my God, I'm dying. I've been exposed to radiation.
Right in your head.
Oh my God, it's 4 o'clock. All right, guys.
All right.
Oh my God, we got a $20 super chat from Witchy Cat, wherever she is.
I don't know who that woman
Wherever.
is. She's annoying.
Wherever she is. Thank you very much for the $20 super chat.
Hey, man.
Wherever she may be, it's a mystery. Yeah, well, it was Monday. We had some internet fuck ups. The title probably doesn't really make sense right now. Let's edit the title. What should the title be?
Uh-oh.
The title should be The Internets of Being Broken. There we go. We'll change it
That'll
to
make
that.
for some fun search results.
Copy. We can't master the meta. We can't do that. But we can. The Internets of Being Broken.
No
There we go.
beating up.
Save. We changed the
Michael.
title. There we go. We changed the title.
Woohoo! Oh, Skog. Didn't I do that? Thanks for the stream.
Ow, my neck. I can't see my chat. My chat has not returned. Restore chat. There we go. Didn't I do this recently? Thanks for the stream. You may have done this recently. Well, my chat's all fucked up. Oh, there we go. It's back. It's back now. Oh, Jeff Rose was here. Did they leave? They might have left. Hey, Jeff Rose, what's up, dude? Jeff Rose has a new baby. I think he's maybe a year old now.
Aw.
He quit YouTubing because he was has a baby. He's an old man with a baby like me. But he has other kids too,
Yeah.
so he's having extra babies. You know what I'm saying? Extra late babies.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Babies
All right,
are
Internet.
good. They keep you young.
All right, Internet. We're going back to this thing.
Bye.
Cue the music. Is there music?
Music. Go.